This work is called Interiors, and it's the signature work for this show. And basically consists of shape and energy, which are the two elements that I am consistently drawn to in my work. And I began with a calligraphic mark here when I worked on this piece on the floor. I like that wide brush approach to embodying energy, and also you never know what you're going to get when you make a stroke like that. And that began this conversation that turned into this body of work. I call the whole show Body / Energy, partly in reference to the fact that I, over the recent past, have had some medical issues, and that gets you wondering a lot about your body and your body interiors. You have a lot of test results. And so, in some cases, I've thought of the shapes of body interiors that formed sort of a background to the energetic shapes and strokes. So that sort of set a tone for me with this work, and I did this format in another 3 paintings in this show. We could perhaps walk over here and I could just show another example of that. That's interventions here. So I again had a sweeping kind of full-arm motion, and then began with suggestions of both negative space but shapes, simple shapes, but shapes that might be suggestive of our own physicality inside, but also interiors of the mind, of the spirit, depending on what mood one is invoking. And in this painting, I call it Interventions, I ended up with a stroke that I wasn't completely happy with, but it seemed to belong there, so I enhanced it, and its interventions sort of seem to be a good description for it. There are also a couple of interlopers in this show. They're actually from my last series of paintings called Vessel, and this is one of them over here, and I call it Chances Taken. And in the last show, I was very concerned with vessels, and there I've got a little bit of a reference to that, what I call an iconic shape here. And this painting and another one, I was not able to finish in time for that show, and so I wanted to present them anyway into the art conversation and into the space here at Gage Gallery, and so I've included them. There are a number of other, I think I'll show you a painting over this way, if we can just move. This painting I call Densification, and I'm again using some negative space and some suggestive shapes, which could be body interiors or any interior, but because of the strokes that I'm making here and the suggestiveness of them, that anything could erupt, it could all just change. And I like how in a show like this and in painting, you can actually depict that possibility for a viewer who is inclined to spend a little time.